Hey, this is Gary with Black Diamond Games. Just got back from an off-roading educational day because I like to spend some time learning new skills. And it got me thinking about expertise in the game trade. Uh, I'm writing a book, and uh, part of the motivation for the book, it's a minor motivation, is someday doing retail consulting. It wouldn't be retail consulting in the game trade, and the reason is no one will pay any money at all for retail consulting for game retailers. No one will do that. And the question is why? Why is that, right? When I started, I did hire consultants. I did a feasibility study. It was about $1,000, and it kept me from putting the store in the wrong location. Uh, the data that was collected, I did most of the work collecting the data, but the analysis of what it meant required some expertise, and it was a really big eye opener. And it basically said my primary location was bad, and my secondary location, which just happened to be near where I worked, was a much better location for meeting my financial goals. That's the thing. I had financial goals, so the locations had to meet those goals. Where most stores are just trying to not make big mistakes. They don't have financial goals. They should. They should have business plans that state them, but they tend not to. So this has to do with that barrier to entry again, right? So if you're not really spending any money to start a store, if it's a bunch of Costco tables and some magic boxes, why on earth would you spend any money on a consultant, right? And also, when you start a store, uh, it's kind of funny how people treat you. When you start a store, everybody comes out of the woodwork to tell you you're going to fail. They tell you all the myriad ways you can fail because of the market conditions, because of the local economy, because people don't buy these things anymore, because of the internet, because of Amazon. They'll come in to, it's like this set of trials where where they come in and they taunt you and they demoralize you. And then if you succeed, you would think that they would look at you and say, "Wow, he's overcome all of those challenges." But no, they don't. They make excuses for you, and that's kind of where the game trade stands. Anyone who's successful in the game trade, it's because of reasons. It's because of these exceptions. They're exceptional. And these exceptional reasons could be location. You could be by a university or a military base. You could be in California on the coast, and you don't have to work as hard. It could be because you hit a home run, but you started on third because you have .com money, which they believe. I've heard this about other store owners locally. They did not have .com money. So there's reasons why you've succeeded that excuse any sort of skill or anything you've learned along the way. So there's no expertise in this trade, and there's nobody willing to pay for the expertise because there's no belief in it. Um, Therefore, if you want to do retail consulting, you do it away from the game trade, and that's where the money's at anyway. Um, anyway, that was kind of my thing, and I'll have to say, I'll just wrap it up quickly. The writing the blog uh, was another one of those things where there was exceptionalism and there was pushback. There were retailers that would say, "You don't speak for our community. No one appointed you the speaker. You are not us. You are not retail. Make it really clear that what you say is just you." So I've always had that in the back of my mind that what better be careful. I don't want to offend anyone. And to a certain extent, there is exceptionalism in every business, and you have to parse what I say. You have to listen. You have to take what's useful for you, and ignore the rest, as in this is just his deal. And I can't homogenize it. I have to do this in my voice. I have to be as authentic to my experience as possible, because that's the only truth that I can express. So if I try to make it homogenized and say, well, all game stores do this, to be honest with that, I have to make it very vanilla, and it loses any sort of cohesion and value. So keep that in mind. I think that's it. Thanks.